Hi folks, it's Mike here from Meteor Golf. In my hand, I have a machine that I think is going to launch golf balls like a meteorite. It's the new Titleist TSI2 Driver. Hot off the press. They came in last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. Unbelievable. Listen, I have to say, I put my hand on my heart when I say I might not be the greatest Titleist fan in the world, okay? But I know myself, I did have a Titleist driver around the time I met my wife, around 2002. And I had a Titleist driver, and I think it was the 902, the 904, and then I had, but what I did have was a Titleist 3-wood, which was the best 3-wood that I ever had in my whole golfing career, and then it just went, and I never found anything that ever replaced it actually. But in my hand is the new TSI2, which, from an aesthetic point of view, my God, it's the most beautiful Titleist driver that I've ever seen, ever, without a shadow of a doubt. It is absolutely beautiful. And do you know what as well, and I gotta be honest, and this is the whole thing about what we're gonna do here. I kind of always had the idea in my head that Titleist were a ball company, that the hardware was a kind of an add-on. Okay, and I kind of got that feeling over a couple of years, and in fairness, it's coming around that they've now got as many people working on the hardware side of things as they have on the ball side of things. And for me, you see, when you're a shop owner and you're trying to invest in something, you want to kind of feel, I like this because they're trying to produce, they're trying to do something. But I always kind of got the idea, sometimes with Titleist, that, listen, the balls are our market and the clubs are kind of something that people play with, and it's not really, we're not really 100% behind it, but I know for a fact now that they are. And they've proved it with this, because the 917 was a kind of a nice, it was lovely, and it was nice, and it performed extremely well. And then they came out with the TS, the TS from the last series, and they were beautiful. But this, my God, it's great. Black. It looks nice. It looks sleek. It's got sits well behind the ball. I like drivers that when you put them behind the ball, they plant them. They stick their arse on the ground. They don't want to be moved. You don't want it to twist it. And you see a lot of drivers, some of the drivers now, especially the more aerodynamic drivers, because the bottom of them is more aerodynamic, it's more kind of in a ball shape, you can move the drive around an awful lot. But this sits very well behind the ball, which is glorious. Really good shafts, tensile shafts. They've got the Tour AD shafts as well in there, which is I think it's a slight upgrade. I don't know, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about there. But they've got great shafts. They've got everything. But the driver, have to say, looks beautiful. Now I suppose the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. We're going to have to hit one or two. So anyway, after hitting this machine a few times, some good, some bad, but that's down to me, not down to this driver. I think Titleist are going to make a few friends with this, because, listen, drivers and clubs, they're like cars. Do you know what I mean? There are no really bad ones anymore. It's not like 15 years ago. Like, they're all pretty good. Do you know what I mean? In fact, they're all very good. It's like the difference between an Audi, a Beamer, and a Merc. Do you know, you're trying to pick You're trying to, if you're picking holes, you're picking holes in something. And as well, the reality of this whole thing is some people just like different brands, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? But I really think, from an aesthetic point of view, from the shaft lineup, from the head, how it feels, everything else, and the figures from it, it's up there with the best of them. But what it has over maybe a few is that it just looks so well. It's a lovely thing. It's a thing of beauty. If you're out there looking for a driver, they are expensive though. You're looking at €600, folks. If you're out there looking for a new driver, have a look at this. You never know. Might open your world to Titleist. You never know. Take care, folks. Bye-bye. It's going to be great. And this I know, cause all right, look at that.